Hello and welcome to another episode of the Small Town Tourist Podcast, where we experience and explore everything that makes small towns great. I'm your host, Abbey, and today we are heading to Sauk Rapids, Minnesota, to one of my favorite places. We are heading to Molitor's Quarry Grill and Bar, but this time of year it transforms into Molitor's Haunted Acres. It is central Minnesota's premier Halloween haunt experience. This place has been in operation for 26 years now, and I am so excited to sit down with Tammy Molitor and tell you all about it. This is a place that I've been going since I was a preteen. I still go every year for Halloween. They have the best Halloween parties out at Molitor's, and I'm just so excited to share one of my favorite places with you today. So please enjoy our time hanging out with Tammy Molitor of Molitor's Haunted Acres. Name, where you're from, and what you do.
My name is Tammy Molitor, and I am today from Molitor's Haunted Acres, and am one of the owners, along with my husband, Ron.
I am so excited to be featuring Molitor's Haunted Acres on my podcast. I have such a deep connection to this place. I vividly remember my uncle taking me and my friends here when we were preteens because he wanted to scare us.
Oh, I love that.
And he definitely did. We would get like foreign exchange students come to our school every fall. And as soon as I could drive, we'd load up my Honda Accord with German foreign exchange students and bring them here. They spoke like no English, but we're running them through Haunted Acres.
Oh.
And then the Halloween parties out here are absolutely legendary.
Yes.
My friend group, this is like our place to go for Halloween. It has been for 7 years now. And like our crowning achievement is still getting second place in the costume contest.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love it. And we always want to make sure that we let people know, because we always do it the closest Saturday to Halloween. Because, on Halloween night, you're really busy with other things happening. So we really make a big to-do out of I want to make it the best. The best prizes, the best food, the best drinks, and we really go all out with everything of flavored towards Halloween.
And you guys absolutely nail it. Right down to the staff dressing in theme every single weekend. Like, it is iconic. I love it.
It is great, and they really give it all, don't they?
They really do. It's amazing.
It is fun.
So, Haunted Acres, take me back to the first just concept of the idea. When did you guys think, we should do like a haunted attraction out here?
It started with a really fun craft show in the cities. I went with my girlfriend, and I saw a sign for a haunt. I said, wouldn't that be fun? Let's do it. So we go to this haunt, not knowing what to expect, but already my brain's working, because Ron always liked to scare the kids growing up. And, we have 20 acres here, so there was no limit to what he could do. Those poor kids, they grew up with that. And he always liked that. And we always loved Halloween. So after we saw that show, I came home so excited and told Ron, I'm like, whoa. I said, Ron, it was great, but you know what? We can do it better. Even then, I was already thinking how to bring people in. How do you entertain them? What are they looking for? Already, I was always in that realm of what would I do? And Ron just takes off on that. And that's how it began. We began really slow to the process, what we could offer, and it just kept gaining on us. And before we know it, it had a life of its own. So that first year, though, I remember we were so excited. Ron finally got the dream to scare people. So this was just right up his alley, and tested everything out on me. Thank you very much. And it was great, and it just kept getting power. Finally, it did have a life of its own. It just took off. But there's a real love and devotion that has to go with it, and that's what I've seen over the years, when we first started, and always the responsibility of what we could bring to our guests. That has always been the number one thing. What do we do to enlighten, make them laugh, make them scream? That is the first, foremost, most important thing to us. The rest all falls in line. And that goes from the first person we hire to every scare master, every person that works here is for the cause. And it can't be enough to get paid for what you do. You got to believe in it, and you got to love it, because it is not easy. There are so many moving parts to this. It surprises me. And this is our 26th year. And with that comes a great responsibility.
People have expectations
they
now.
Do. This is something, tradition. People come and they want to have their first date. They want to bring their friends someplace. They want to have a night of fun And this is, this is something that they can do. We saw so many different groups. But I get a lot of calls on what is age appropriate. And I always say to them, you notice there's no kids price, because there's so much for little kids. Because, we started an Oktober Fest for toddlers. First year we did it before we started Haunted Acres in 98. We started where they picked the pumpkin, and we had a good time with that, but there's a lot to do for toddlers.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, what about the teens? And that's who we went after. We're finding it's not teens, it's the older couples.
Yep.
The older groups. And a lot of teens as well. A lot of screaming going on here.
I don't live too far from Molitors. There are some clear nights where I will be taking the dog outside and I will hear screams coming from here in October. And I'm like, yes, 'tis the season.
I have to say, I don't know what is more my favorite, the laughing or the screaming. It's so funny when we do training, even for our scare masters. I'm like, a laugh is as good as a scream. And I tell you what, even if they're quiet, you got them. Some people will not admit it.
Yep.
And there's always that, people want to feel it's real. Well, boy, that does come alive out there. There's things that shock me. But it's just part of all that energy out there that just comes to pass.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
I vividly remember my very first time out here, getting on the hayride when you guys had the hayride pre-COVID.
Yep.
And I remember getting on and we start heading off into the woods, and all of a sudden someone jumps on the thing with a GD chainsaw, and it's right between my legs. And I'm like, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into?
You know what? I have, over the years, all the pictures we've gotten, the videos, all of the history, the shared stories about the experiences. When it comes to events, we run events all year round here at Molitor's, the quarry here. And I will have people come to me. They want to get married. We do weddings. We do all different kinds of events. And their first date was Haunted Acres.
Oh my gosh.
Now, what better way to get close to somebody than to be scared? Or, oh, I'm so scared. So I've heard a lot of that, which just warms my heart. A lot of memories here. I just love hearing them. It works so well. And I think that when it comes to, I noticed you said pre-COVID with the hay rides. Yeah. We had so much fun making it a walkthrough, because when COVID hit, the drastic stuff, we're like, wow, we've got to do something here so that people can still enjoy this. So we spent hours and weeks and weeks and weeks preparing for what we hoped we could do. And because of that, we came with a great walkthrough. Everybody wanted to walk through it. But we all missed the hay rides yet. So that's a work in progress. You got to keep we're going to keep it going.
And that's the beauty of this place, is even though you may have walked through it when you were a teenager, or maybe you were going to college here in the area and you're like, oh, let's go do something haunted, and you went through it then, but you haven't been back in a while, you guys are always doing something new.
Always.
And you're always innovating.
Yes. Very excited for this year. I am really excited. I have a giggle. I love I can't say what it is. They'll enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Yeah.
Well, and you guys have also been really good about catering to when new scary movies come out. You guys are always on top of that. I remember the year Slender Man was the big thing, and there was a creepy Slender Man out here. I still can close my eyes and see it. And it was terrifying.
One that just still to this day creeps me out, because I have to go look at all this stuff, is the Ring when she crawled out of the well. Remember?
Yes.
That one still makes me nuts. I got to bring her back. She's weird. She's crazy. She's scary.
That one is freaky.
But that one, just the way she crawled on the ground. Oh, my Lord. So, yeah, a lot of them. I mean, remember Scream? We could go back to, and there's always the favorites that come to life no matter what you do. We can't put a cap on them. They're there.
Yep.
They come screaming out of the woods.
The Pennywise. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the old house out there.
Yeah.
We respect it. We knock on the door before we go in when we're setting things up to show respect.
Yeah.
Because we're coming into a haunted house. We all do it, and it's kind of funny. Well, there's the crew that we have here that, oh my gosh, the crew is just amazing. So much, they all bring a piece to it. They work so hard at it. And we all walked in, and all you heard were 10 knocks before everybody knocked before they go to the haunted house. And the other buildings we have, we show respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we do it for fun, but let's not push the spirits, shall we?
Exactly. There's a lot of energy around this
There's
place.
a lot of energy. Yes.
It's amazing what you guys have out here and the structures and the work that you put into it. Like, this isn't something that you guys go, oh, well, it's October 1st. Maybe go throw out a couple ghosts and call it a day. Like, no, you guys are working at making sure that this is a premier experience for people.
And I think the thing that we talk about, too, is that as we build everything, as we come up with ideas, you got to make it safe for them. You know what I mean? Wear good shoes when you come out here, dress for the weather. But putting all those ideas together, it takes all the thought process goes on once we end the year. It's already started. And then the heavy work starts in June. And then we have to do what we can without disturbing Molitor's Corey for all the events and fun that we're doing at the Grill and Bar.
Right.
So it's a nice balance. Yeah, a really creative balance. But it is a lot of work. I understand why, why haunts come and go. But you really have to believe in it. I got to tell you, you've got to have some loyalty to it because it is an amazing amount of work. But it's also an amazing amount of fun. Oh, gosh, yeah. Because we have so many people return to come work it.
Yeah.
Yeah, every year. We've never had a problem getting help. I always want to go for new blood, though, because there's people out there that go, oh, I really want to do that. But they always remember mid-October. So I'm like, okay, we're going to put something out there to say, hey, are you interested in this? Mm-hmm. Because such creative people, they all think it's all kids running around here. It's not. Mm-mm. It's not. 90% is 30 and over.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And they don't want you to know who they are, so we make sure that everybody's identity is hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was in all of my time I spend out here, which is maybe more than I should admit to spending at a bar. I don't know. I love this place.
Yeah, we love it.
There was I can think of one time where I was talking to someone and they revealed that they worked as a scarer.
Right.
And I'm like, that's so, I cannot count the hours I've been out here and one person has revealed themselves. That's crazy.
I know. And they even admit that to us. They're like, I'm sorry, I failed you. Because if you ask anybody, they say, I make popcorn. Yeah, that's the big thing. And I've had so many parents, I'm looking for my son or daughter. They're making popcorn. I'm like, really? How old is your son or daughter? 28.
Yeah, sure. Some tasty popcorn.
Yeah, they're making popcorn.
It's kind of like the Disney World thing. Like when there's people at Disney who dress in character, they're like, oh, I'm a friend of Ariel. I'm a friend of Mickey Mouse. You guys kind of had that same lore going on, which I love.
Do. Yes, it's a loyalty of family here because we protect each other as well. People they can surprise you when they're scared. Mm-hmm. We got to be ready for them. There's some definite training that goes with this.
Yeah.
And we have to make it safe, that's going to last because they're going to come through. Yeah, it's exciting. It's a whole different venue to walk through something versus ride.
Right. It's a little different. It's so immersive.
Yes, it is. And you have a lot of thought process on where do you take them here? How do you grab hold of this?
How do you surprise them in a new way?
Exactly.
Without getting punched in the face.
And I love what people come through. You should have somebody fly from that tree over the top of somebody. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that does sound great. Who wants to do that 100 times a night?
Yeah. Who wants to be strapped to a zip line for 8 hours?
For a zip line. How do you go to the bathroom? Yeah, it's fun. I really enjoy it. Every year, we're already working on next year.
Oh my gosh.
I think we visit a little bit about that. So there's some things we definitely it's going to take some time to do this. That's where all that really got to believe in it.
Yeah.
Because it'll take you to the task.
And
yeah.
You guys just have such a heart for Halloween, which is right up my alley because in my world, Halloween is my Christmas. This is the best holiday of the year.
It is.
I just started working on my costume last weekend already. This is the best holiday because it's all fun and games.
And I love the Halloween party we have here. Oh my gosh, the costumes that come here. And, we do give out quite a bit, over $1,000 in prizes.
Can confirm, prizes are amazing.
Yeah, we do. Because this is Halloween here. I mean, when I see people come in and they spend so much time and effort on a costume, to me, I'm going to celebrate that. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, we do love Halloween. It's really funny because I'm actually just as big about Christmas, and we really decorate the bar for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're really into Christmas.
This place looks great.
But for the trail, I've always wanted to go from scary to merry. Okay?
I love that.
I've been wanting to do this for about 10 years, and we've checked into it. Because remember years ago, the VA did that where you drove through?
Yeah.
You know, I always think you talk about nostalgia and vintage. What happened to all that lighting and things they did for years? You know, some things don't last. But eventually, mark my words, I want to turn it over and bring the community involved, and we can have a community Scary to Marry.
When
That's
you
what
want
I
to put that on, you call me. I will be the first person out here
Yes.
helping you string up lights for
There
that
you go.
because I would love
because
that.
I want the community to be involved. Businesses, you know, that well, you know, this is this business, this is theirs, and we'll do the power, and they can charge whatever, or we'll figure out to do free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something to give back for believing in us all these years. Abby, I'm really big about that. I am. So that's one thing I want.
That would be incredible.
Yes. We got to have enough power to really blow that up, too, though. So
Someone
that's
get
one of
XL
things
on the
yeah,
phone.
Yeah, it's all about this planning. See, I can't help it. I go right to the how do we do this. I can't help it, but yeah.
But that's what makes everything so magical out here is because you are an idea person, but you're also an executor of those
Yes.
ideas. You put your ideas to action and you make them happen.
Yeah.
And that's what gives
Well,
this
I don't
place.
do it alone, but thank you. I have an amazing. Ron is amazing. The crew is amazing, and of course, our grown kids are involved.
Yes.
And they're wonderful. They're Ron and I replicated.
Special shout out to Kaden who turned down being on the podcast.
Yeah. She's so shy. Yeah, she's like, yeah, no thank you, no thank you.
Which is like crazy because like I have never seen her be shy ever.
No.
Like I walk in and she has my drink ready for me.
Oh, I know.
Like
It's amazing. And it's funny because I always tell her, you know, I'd have hired that girl any day of the week, twice on Sunday. In fact, the people that I took her from years ago are still mad at me. They said, you took our best employee. And I'm like, so sorry, but I'm keeping her.
Yep.
And a lot of crew like that. Yeah.
You really have an incredible staff out here.
Oh, we really do.
And that's just a testament to your leadership.
Well, I thank you for that, but I got to give them credit. They're just amazing. So that keeps us going, too. So we all celebrate together. We all go, can you believe that just happened? So we've been through it all. You know what I mean? You have those shocks where like, did that go off? Or the power will go off? You're like, no. You have those things happen, and you're like, it's not what happens, it's how you react to it. I tell them all the time. Use the rock and roll. No matter what happens, roll with it.
Yep.
We'll come up on the other side. We'll figure it out later. Yeah, we'll freak out later, I always tell them.
Keep calm now, freak out later.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I am so happy that we could carve out time and do
me
this.
too.
And I'm so looking forward to the Halloween season out here at Molitor's.
Thank you, Abby. I am too.
Especially looking forward to the Witch's Brew drinks.
Oh, yes. Oh, and they've got some new ones. Oh, wait till
Really?
Oh, my. Yeah, I tried 3 or 4 of them, and wow, really, really good. Apple pie, mules. Well, you'll have to look at it's just wonderful. And the food. You know, our food here, it's funny. I just have to mention this because I do laugh. We've been doing this a long time, this show. And it's funny, when we opened the bar, they thought we were just open during Haunted Acres.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, we're open all year round. You know, come here on the patio in the summer. My
Yes.
goodness, there's a lot to celebrate. So during Halloween, though, we bring a little flavor to, of course, the food because it's Halloween.
It's themed.
So we have some themed drinks that go with food this year, and I really love that.
I'm so
So we
excited.
got some specials like that.
Yeah, this
It'll be
is
good.
like, I literally woke up this morning and eyes wide open. I'm like, it's October 1st. It's time for a Witch's Brew.
I know.
I'm going to Molitor's.
That is so good.
Those things are
Love
just
it.
the best. But I'm so excited for everything going on this Halloween season. Official opening day is
Opening day
October 4th.
It's October 4th. Woo!
Oh my gosh.
My heart races when I hear that. The calls are coming in for groups and, you know, just when to come out, and it just, yeah. I always say if you really, you know, the lines, I always say if you see a line, it's worth the show.
Yes.
You know, we won't push people through. It's going to take time.
Yep.
I want people to experience it. But I say if you don't like the line, a Thursday would be a little bit better.
Okay.
I would come on a Thursday because we're really running. I mean, it's wild on Thursdays here for some reason. They get crazy out there. I would rather, yeah. Anyways, it's good. The show seems different all the time, though. every night. Because why? Because it's haunted.
Yep.
It's not going to be the same.
It's spooky and scary and wonderful, all
and one
wrapped
time
up
you
in
see
one.
something, you're like, when did that get there? Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's love. Well, thank you, Abby.
Yes. Tickets. Can people buy them when they show up? Do you want them to buy them in advance?
You know what? Convenience is buying them in advance because you don't have to worry about, getting tickets to somebody or whatever. So getting tickets online is definitely a convenience.
Okay.
We take, you can get them at the door here, no problem. Fast passes should be gotten here. We don't want you to pay for a fast pass online that you might not want to use.
Right.
Why spend the money to do that? So we only accept that on site, which is the best way to go. So either on site, you can use a card here, we have an ATM, or go online, get that ticket, and know you have a place. There's no time ticketing. It's just come in and get a ticket, and we get you through in plenty of time. If you get a ticket for that day, you will enjoy the show that day.
Okay.
That evening.
Wonderful. Well, I'll make sure I get a link in the show notes for not only tickets, if you want to buy those in advance, but also all the details for the Halloween party out here as well.
Oh, definitely.
Because
it's going to be good.
You got to be here. It's tradition.
Oh, yeah, you got to stop
It's
in
tradition.
here. I mean, yeah, if nothing else, stop for a drink so you can have a good laugh. But boy, if you're dressed in a costume, you need to be here.
Yes. This
Yeah.
is the place to go if you want to hit up a costume party.
You got it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Tammy. This was
Thank you,
wonderful.
Abby. So good to see you.
Thank you so much for checking out another episode of the Small Town Tourist Podcast. If you're looking for more information on Molitor's Haunted Acres or Molitor's Quarry Grill and Bar, all that is down in the show notes below for you for easy access. If you're looking for more content from the Small Town Tourist, you can always follow me on Instagram or on Facebook at the Small Town Tourist and check out the blog, thesmalltowntourist.com. I'll catch you next week.